Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. So, CAT 2024 is just 2 months away, and if you've been noticing, the clock has been ticking. You had several months, then it came closer and closer and closer. So now it is 2 months away, and what you need in the last 2 months is consistent practice in order to crack this examination. Okay, it is one of the most uh, difficult competitive examinations in India, and if we talk about the management entrance examinations, it is the biggest exam. And this year, if we look at the numbers, there are people have been saying that based on the registration number, although official data is yet to come, the number of registrations has gone up as compared to last time. Okay, so definitely this time the number of test takers is going to be high. It is going to be even more difficult, more challenging to crack the examination because the number of seats may not have increased, but the number of test takers has increased significantly. Now, how to beat this competition is it's about being consistent in the next 2 months. Okay, so some people had a scratchy start. Some people practiced for a few months, left the practice in between. Okay, and some people may have been struggling in mock scores and all. So remember that just show up for the next 2 months. Okay, and uh, in that 2 months you have to sacrifice several things. Okay, and give your best in the possible time, and few things which I'll talk about in this video, that what you need to do and what not to do in the next 2 months so that you ace the examination. Now, in case you are looking for a structured preparation, okay, because a lot of students who collect stuff from different places, ये बहुत सारे बच्चे होते हैं, इधर से मटेरियल उठा लिया, उधर से उठा लिया, and they are in a confused state right now, what to prepare, what not to prepare. There are a lot of topics which you are unable to understand. Okay, so we have launched a crash course specifically for CAT as well as for ZAT. Okay, so this is the best crash course that you can get, like at a very affordable price as compared to other institutes who are charging heavily for that. Okay, so it will include preparation for both these exams. So we will have live classes for in this, and you will get some recorded concept videos, practice sheets, topic wise, so that on a daily basis you know that this is what you learned in the class. You need to practice. Doubt resolution group of enrolled students. You will get mocks for both these examinations, and that would be a good plan if you wish to prepare in a structured manner. Okay, there are some students who realize कि अभी तक प्रिपरेशन ऐसी ढंग से नहीं चल रही है, right? We need a proper guidance. So if you wish to enroll in the same, you can do so. Now, talking about the section wise things, very simple things. Okay, that in VRC you need to read a lot because you need a very good reading speed. एक बहुत basic सी math करते हैं. So let's say you get one RC is of roughly 400 words. Okay, and if you 500 words, and there are four RCs. तो अगर आप खाली RC देख लो, 4 RCs you need to read, that is 2000 words. Then if you look at one question of RC is including the options maybe around 100 words, and you have 16 questions in RCs, so 1600 words. Okay, plus then you have 8 VA questions, and also in those also you can expect like 100. Apart from the RCs, just the reading part, let us consider that the 24 VA questions, one question is approximately 100 words, including options. So 24 into 100, somewhere around 2400 words. Okay, so roughly you need to be able to read about 4500 words in order to attempt decent. Okay, so like in 40 minutes. Okay, and this basically means you need to have a speed of over 100 words, 100 words per minute to be able to attempt a decent portion. So doing very rough math, this is just the reading part, understanding also. So you need to have a reading speed of at least 200 plus words per minute. 200 or 250, that would be an ideal range. Beyond 250, if you are able to read that fast, that would be great, because this is a very important thing, not only in VARC, but it will also help you in DILR also. If you look at DILR sets, they contain a lengthy text. ठीक है, तो आपको इनमें स्पीड बहुत अच्छी बनानी है. So for that, I would recommend that read on a desktop or laptop, not on mobile, because जो आप जैसी preparation करते हो, like if you have the habit of reading on a mobile, it's a small screen. However, when you talk about a laptop or a desktop, okay, you have a wider screen, and that is what you get in the exam also. So make a habit of reading fast. Okay, then like focus on sentence structures. If you look at the BA questions, okay, whatever you read, understand the sentence structures, how sentences are linked. Okay, what are some transition words that are used in sentences, how are pronouns used in sentences, etc. So sentence structure, you have questions like parajumbles, okay, odd one out, and you have this new kind of question also which was introduced recently, the sentence fillers. So these three are based on sentence structures. Then you have summary, okay, of course. And in the RCs also, let's say if you do not have subject matter expertise, okay, so obviously one is not expert in all the sections. Let's say I am good at science and technology or business, but if I understand the structure, that what is the author trying to say, so try to understand that whether it's a problem statement based. ये कई बार क्वेश्चन आता है मेन थीम ऑफ द पैसेज. So if you understand the author has tried to resolve a problem, so if the option says a problem has been presented or some kind of thing, okay, so you are able to answer those. So is it a problem statement, or is it some cause effect, whether it is comparison, whether it is contradictory, contrast, you can say contrast, or whether it's a descriptive passage, whether it is chronology of something. Now, it can be in any genre. Let us say, for example, there could be a problem statement in science also. Like a person is talking about some scientific theory, right? It has like improved some problem which existed before, or it could be a chronology of some scientific research. Same could be in all genres. Like in history also, you can have comparison between two societies. Okay, culture, you are describing the culture of one place, or you are having the comparison between the cultures of two different societies. So these are some generic structures. So understand the structures, sentence structures for these kinds, and paragraph structures. So if you understand the structures, that is the key to answering questions. Okay, so that is one thing that you need to focus on, that you need to read a lot instead of understanding what is given in the passage. Okay, what people make mistake is they try to understand what is given in the passage. What नहीं समझना, try to understand why the passage has been written. And once you focus on this, probably you will see that you will see improvement in your scores. And generally what we try to do is we try to understand each and every statement. That is not needed. You need to understand the structure of passages. So read, increase your speed so that it will help you in VRC and DILR both. Okay, so focus on these things, that what is the category of passage. Instead of focusing कि ये science का passage है या फिर history का passage है, that's what people do, right? वो सोचते हैं history का passage है, मुझे अच्छी नहीं लगती, I do not read. So instead of that history thing, try to understand that whether what has been done in this, whether it's a problem statement or problem solution, you would say that, or is it a cause effect or comparison, or understand the category of the passage, not genre wise but the structure wise. Okay, so that will improve your performance. Instead of focusing on what is written in the passage, if you understand why it is written, probably you will be able to answer uh, the questions. And in RCs also try to do this elimination of options. Okay, elimination practice कर सकते हो, जैसे extreme options eliminate कर सकते हो and all those things. Okay, so that will help you improve your VRC performance. Okay, and ensure that you read on a desktop or laptop, not on mobile phones. Next is DILR. DILR requires a lot of practice, and refrain from practicing only few varieties, because DILR is mix of everything. Okay, so it has sets across anything. It could be anything, everything. Some people focus on only a few varieties. Okay, one thing that we have been noticing is number based puzzles have been asked a lot. So there is a channel by me called Aptitude Jab. It has over 400 sets. So 400 plus sets are there. There is a sheet which gives the level also. So if you feel that you want to solve some moderate to difficult sets, you can go for moderate, difficult, and difficult varieties. So you'll find like hundreds of sets of those varieties as well. Okay, several sets you will find in that category. Apart from that, I have also started recently. I started solutions of PYPs. So 2017 से start कर लिया. So in the next 1.5 month, I'll be able to finish all these PYP solutions also. So for DILR, you can solve these sets. Okay, there is moderate and difficult. Recently, I uploaded one marathon session also, which I took for CAT 2023. I'll take some more sessions also in the coming days. Some workshops on DILR. Okay, and apart from that, one is number based puzzles. Look at past papers from 2017 to 23. Like अगर मैं आपको बताऊं कि last year when I was attempting a set, on last year I was able to solve all 4 sets. ठीक है, and I realized कि यार ये set मैंने actually पहले किए हैं. So I will tell you about this. आप believe करोगे मुझ पे या नहीं करोगे. 2023 I had a slot to. Yeah, I was able to solve all 4 sets in 35 minutes. How? Because I had appeared in the exam in the past also, and of course solved those past year papers also. So in 2023 slot 2 there was one distribution question. ठीक है, 2023 में एक आया था जिसमें median, of course that concept was different, median and mean वाला question था. आप पेपर चेक करना और इसको कंपेयर करना 2019 में. स्लॉट टू हैड दैट कॉइन. स्लॉट टू में एक कॉइन बेस था, उसमें भी ऐसे 3x3 का मैट्रिक्स बना था. ठीक है, इन दैट दे डिड नॉट हैव दैट मीन मीडियन थिंग. दैट वाज डिफरेंट, बट exactly same was asked in 2019 also. Now if I give you another example, in 2023 slot 2 there was one question on investment. ठीक है, डिफरेंट कंपनीज गेट डिफरेंट इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ लाइक स्टार्टअप का इन्वेस्टमेंट करोड़ में दिया था, लाइक 1 2 3, लाइक it increases by 1 or decreases by 1. Now if I tell you similar question was asked in CAT 2022 slot 3, इनडायरेक्ट वे में था. ठीक है, एग्जैक्टली नहीं था बट इनडायरेक्ट वे में था. दैट वाज ऑन सम गेम, PQRS, 4 people प्ले गेम. ठीक है, और उनके पॉइंट्स इंक्रीज या डिक्रीज हो रहे थे बाय 1. ठीक है, एंड इसमें भी सेम लॉजिक लग रहा था, इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज बाय 1. नाउ ऑफ कोर्स क्वेश्चंस आर डिफरेंट. ठीक है, वन वाज ऑन अ सॉर्ट ऑफ गेम्स एंड टूर्नामेंट्स, अनदर वाज ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट, बट लॉजिक वाज सेम. लाइक इंक्रीज होगा तो 1 से इंक्रीज होगा, डिक्रीज होगा तो 1 से डिक्रीज होगा. दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ लॉजिक वाज यूज्ड. So if you notice 2017 to 23, some certain logics have been repeatedly asked, especially related to numbers. So how to deal with numbers, how to get some using unique numbers, etc. So even if you solve these sets thoroughly, 2017 to 23 thoroughly, you will develop these number based logics, and that will help you do well on the examination. Okay. Then talk about the QA part. Right, you need to solve, and but strategically. Now if you look at CAT 2023, suddenly they reached the raised the level. It was altogether a different level. Now you need to solve strategically because it is one of the sections where you can play strategically. बाकी 2 सेक्शन में strategy काम नहीं करती. ठीक है, DILR में if you are stuck in a set, you would have gone and let's say spent some heavy amount on a set and lost track of time. But when we talk about the QA section, you have this thing कि आपको skip करना आना चाहिए. Skip कब करना है? Within 2 minutes. अगर आपको लगता है कि लाइक see if there is a question you are attempting, okay, and try to attempt in a timed manner. So let's say it depends on like practice, you will get to know that whether this question is, the entire paper is difficult or easy. So in the first 60 seconds, like what are the different stages? One is you should know the topic, ठीक है, क्या आपको टॉपिक आता है. लेट अस से द क्वेश्चन इज ऑन प्रॉफिट लॉस डिस्काउंट, ठीक है, एंड टॉपिक का कॉन्सेप्ट मेनली, टॉपिक तो सबको पता होता है, कॉन्सेप्ट पता है. सो लेट अस से दिस इज ऑन सक्सेसिव डिस्काउंट और फॉल्स वेट, okay, or let's say it's on time speed distance, a circular race. So are you aware of the concept? Okay, so if that concept is known to you, देखो पहले तो आप रीड करोगे. As I said that if your reading speed is good, you will be able to read fast. Suppose you took 15 seconds to read the question, then topic or concept, practice will tell you that whether you are comfortable with that concept. So topic concept another 15 seconds. So maybe in like 20 to 30 seconds, you will be able to tell that whether like this topic or concept is familiar or not. Is it familiar? Yes, then go and proceed. If no, skip. ठीक है, राइट. फिर नेक्स्ट स्टेज क्या करनी है आपको, आपने टॉपिक कॉन्सेप्ट लिखा, फिर आपने डेटा नोट डाउन किया कि ओके कॉस्ट इतनी दी है, इतना प्रॉफिट परसेंट है, और वट एवर डेटा, और टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस, और एल्जेब्रा क्वेश्चन, और यू हैव टू मेक अ ग्राफ, और इन ज्योमेट्री यू हैव टू ड्रॉ फिगर एटसेट्रा, वट एवर यू टू डू. सो डेटा, you put the data in, let's say around 1 minute, okay, then you will have further clear picture that are you able to proceed or not. Okay, does it look like it is doable? बस कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि आपको लगता है कि टॉपिक पढ़ के लगा कि हो जाएगा, बट व्हेन यू एक्चुअली स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग यू फील दैट ओके this looks quite heavy calculation intensive. Okay, if doable then probably you can give some time, if not doable then skip at this stage itself. Okay, so within 1.5 minutes you would have स्किप द क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज अगर आपको टॉपिक समझने में बहुत टाइम लग गया कि कौन से टॉपिक से, सब टॉपिक से, यू आर अनक्लियर ऑफ दैट, so in that case skip at the very first moment itself, okay, without even reading it completely. Then if you feel that it is not doable, skip. If you feel that it is time consuming but doable, ठीक है, आपको लग रहा है कि लॉजिक आपको, आपने पहले कभी देखा है, but it is something that you have seen in past, similar question you have solved in the past, so then mark for later. Okay, mark for later, maybe you will come back to it later and solve it in round 2. Okay, round 2 means once you have solved some questions, and if you feel that yes it is doable, then do it. Okay, if you see that it is doable, in that also, like if you feel that you are getting stuck at some point, ठीक है, अगर आपको बहुत ज्यादा कैलकुलेशन लग रही है, कैलकुलेशन बहुत इंटेंस लग रही है, या कैलकुलेशन समझ में नहीं आ रही है, although there is a calculator, but let's say quadratic equation, you cannot solve a quadratic equation by a calculator or something else. If you feel that stuck, then just skip it. So basically the thing is, at every stage you should think that it should not be like you take 5 minutes in a question and then decide whether you have to skip it or not. This way you will be able to see maximum questions. So if you are able to see maximum questions in the paper, you can decide, because there will be definitely some questions. अगर आप एक एवरेज स्टूडेंट भी हो, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट यू आर अ क्वांट जीनियस हु इज एबल टू अटेम्प्ट 15-16 क्वेश्चंस, इवन इफ यू आर एन एवरेज स्टूडेंट, ओके, मे बी देयर विल बी 8 to 10 क्वेश्चंस फॉर यू टू अटेम्प्ट इन द पेपर. ठीक है, कॉन्सेप्ट अगर आपको ने सारे कवर किए तो एटलीस्ट 8-10 क्वेश्चंस जो डुएबल होंगे, एंड इफ यू आर एबल टू अटेम्प्ट दोस 8-10 क्वेश्चंस डिपेंडिंग ऑन द डिफिकल्टी लेवल. See, it is entirely subjective, that depends on the difficulty level of the paper, but if you solve the paper strategically, you will be able to spot some questions at least जो आपको एक decent percentile लाके दे देगा. You will be not be struggling in the sectional cutoffs. Okay, so this is how you need to practice in these 3 sections. Now there are certain things which people are worrying about at the wrong time. So which is that academics and profile, right? You can't help, you can't change your academics, you can't change your profile. Now some people think and there are unfortunately some influencers who tell you कि ये course कर लो, वो course कर लो. Believe me that only full time work experience is counted. ठीक है, unless you have worked, have some voluntary work, because courses anyone can do these days. ठीक है, आपको एक आपने एक फ्री एनरोल कर दिया और उसकी क्लासेस चला दी, वीडियो चला दो, बिकॉज वी हैव, आई माई सेल्फ हैव सीन दोज थिंग्स, एक्सपीरियंस दैट कि हाँ चलो वीडियो चला दो, कंप्लीट कर दो, अनलेस यू हैव वर्कड ऑन समथिंग. ठीक है, सपोज आपने कोई डिजिटल मार्केटिंग का कोर्स तो कर लिया, बट वेयर डिड यू यूज इट. ठीक है, अगर आपने उसको यूज करके यू हैव ग्रोन इंस्टाग्राम पेज ऑफ योर ओन और हैव डन समथिंग यूजिंग इट, देन इट इज फ्रूटफुल. राइट, यू डिड सम कोर्स, रैंडम कोर्स ऑन फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट, but where are you applying it? Okay, so that does not help. Okay, so you cannot change your profile. Yes, if you have done some courses, good, I'm not saying that it is bad, but unless you have applied, that is of no use. Then people worry about the difficulty level of the paper. Okay, now that is completely a relative number. तो हो सकता है कभी 99 परसेंटाइल, कभी 76, लास्ट ईयर 76 नंबर पे थी, कभी हो सकता है 90 पे भी बन जाए. ठीक है, सो इट डज नॉट मैटर, बिकॉज इट इज डिफिकल्ट फॉर एवरीबडी. इट्स नॉट दैट कि आप ही के लिए डिफिकल्ट है. सो डोंट वरी अबाउट द डिफिकल्टी लेवल. ओके, जस्ट मेंटेन योर काम एंड कंपोजर ड्यूरिंग द पेपर. अटेम्प्ट नीडेड टू एक्स परसेंटाइल, लोग बनाते हैं ऐसे 99 परसेंटाइल लाने के लिए इतने क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करो, 8 करो, 7 करो, 6 करो. ठीक है, दैट इज अगेन डिपेंडेंट ऑन द पेपर. नो वन नोज अबाउट द पेपर. ठीक है, देयर विल बी सम पीपल हु विल बी मेकिंग वीडियोस ऑन प्रेडिक्शन, पेपर प्रेडिक्शन. आई एम कैलकाटा ने तब बनाया था, अब बनाएगा, व्हाट विल बी द पेपर. सो इफ यू जस्ट spend your time on all such stuff, that is not going to help you. Okay, minor topics or subtopics which are not covered or not clear. So don't worry about some minor topics. Let us say permutation combination, which is not frequently asked, or let's say one particular type in some algebra, some topic, which you feel कि हर topic अगर नहीं भी cover कर रहा, that's fine. If you cover majority of the topics, that is good enough to ace the examination. Okay, so and then low mock scores, that again do not define how will you perform on the day of the examination, because low mock scores could be people deliberately make difficult mocks. Ab last year CAT difficult aa gaya, so people must have made even more difficult mocks this time. But see, the level keeps on varying. If you see the past year papers, kabhi bahut easy bhi aaya. 2017 quant was very easy, then you saw that okay, the level increased, then some years it decreased, so the level keeps changing. Okay, so don't worry about the low mock scores, just learn these things, that how to strategically pick questions in the exam and attempt them. Instead of that, focus on solving past year papers, at least 2017 से 23. Okay, as I said that in DILR especially, if you thoroughly analyze, you will realize that similar logics have been tested in some form or the other, चाहे वो games and tournaments हो या कोई और हो. So ensure that you go through them. Also in QA you will see the variety of questions, you will get an idea that which is majority. Okay, so if I talk about quant, arithmetic, algebra and geometry, okay, these three things, right, can help you do well. Okay, geometry or arithmetic can, yes, you can get 90 percentile, it is enough to get, provided you touch all these topics. It's not that कि आपने geometry में दो topic करे. ठीक है, आपको मेंसुरेशन भी करना पड़ेगा, 3D मेंसुरेशन, यू नीड टू डू कोऑर्डिनेट आल्सो, क्योंकि कभी हो सकता है कोऑर्डिनेट से क्वेश्चन आ जाए, और यू विल हैव टू डू ट्रिग्नोमेट्री, ट्रायंगल बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस, ऑल द थ्योरम. सो इफ यू डू कंप्लीट अरिथमेटिक एंड ज्योमेट्री, इट शुड नॉट बी दैट आपने अरिथमेटिक में मिक्सचर एलिगेशन ही छोड़ दिया. ठीक है, सो इफ यू आर टारगेटिंग कि आपने अलजेब्रा नहीं करनी, सो आपको अरिथमेटिक और ज्योमेट्री कंप्लीट करनी पड़ेगी. So yes, these three are major. So if you cover these thoroughly, so that means they cover at least 80+% of the paper, 80% of paper. And इसमें मान लो आप 80% आप attempt भी कर पाते हो और 80% accuracy भी आती है. So you will be able to attempt around half of the paper. So if you have done these three things thoroughly, okay, concepts are good, cover all the concepts of all topics, that will help you in the exam. Very important, know your strengths and weaknesses. At this moment, you can work on weaknesses. After next, let's say in November, starting November में आपको अपने strengths में work करना है, because that will give you the maximum output. ठीक है, लास्ट में अगर आपको लग रहा है आपकी अरिथमेटिक स्ट्रॉन्ग है, ज्योमेट्री स्ट्रॉन्ग है, सो सिर्फ अरिथमेटिक ज्योमेट्री पे फोकस करना है, because that is going to give you a good result, because whenever you see a question on arithmetic or geometry, you will know that okay, I'm able to solve any question on arithmetic. If something comes in algebra, I might struggle in that question. So focus on your strengths in the last month. Okay, abhi nahi. Similarly in VRC, if you feel that your RC part is strong, VA में struggle हो रहा है, तो RC ज़्यादा practice करो. So that's how it is going to improve. Attempt 2 mocks a week and their thorough analysis. Like 2 mocks, that's the minimum I could say. You could take even more mocks also. आप 3 mock, 4 mock भी दे सकते हो. Some people take mocks on every day. There is no definite number. Okay, there is no nothing right or wrong. Some people might have taken 10, 15 mocks. They would have done very well in the examination. Some people take 50 mocks. फिर भी उनका score नहीं बनता है. Okay, so there is no definite number. It is just an I would say a central number that people would mostly take. Regular revision is a must. ठीक है, आप ऐसा नहीं कि आपने like if you do not revise things, you will not retain things. So revise whatever you study on a regular basis, and track of time taken to solve questions. So track of time अगर रहेगा, then you can decide okay, this is what you are able to achieve, this is how you can improve yourself. If you do not measure your performance, then you cannot improve. So you need to improve with respect to yourself, right? So if you are able to solve, let us say 10 questions in 40 minutes, so you need to push yourself कि मुझे 10 से 11 में जाना है, 11 से 12 में जाना है. Okay, this way you need to push yourself. So keep track of time, how much time you take to solve these questions. Now, about the mocks, people take mocks and they discuss the scores and all. Okay, don't worry about what is happening to your scores. The key things to identify is your strengths and weaknesses. तो आपको पता चलेगा, अगर आपने मान लो 10 मॉक दे दिए, तो आपको पता है कि आपके स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया कौन से सब टॉपिक्स में आप अच्छा कर सकते हो. So you know that these are the topics that are going to give you marks in the examination. अगर आपकी strength जो का सब topics है, these are your marks in exam. Suppose there are 5 questions on geometry, net 4 to 5 questions, and you usually get 80 to 90% accuracy in the questions. You know that if it comes in the examination, I will start the quant section with all geometry questions. So that is the importance of identifying strong areas. Weak areas, you know कि you are struggling in those areas, so skip those questions. So strength से आपको start करना है exam में, और weakness वाले area को skip करना है. So prepare your strategy accordingly, as I discussed. Then learn smart approaches. So these days, most of the mock tests are they have video solutions also. So you learn smart approaches to solving problems. Okay, and follow the right people, right, who generally score well on the examination, because those people will be able to tell you the smart approaches of solving problems. Identify knowledge gaps. So there will be definitely some knowledge gaps in your preparation. Otherwise, you would be scoring very high. So try to fill those knowledge gaps. Let us say आपने time speed distance का question किया, आपको कोई नई चीज पता चली. So try to fill those knowledge gaps. Understand the pattern of mistakes and avoid them. Pattern of mistakes. This is very important. If you are not realizing that what mistakes you are making and repeating it, that means you are not going to improve. So pattern of mistakes, whether you do wrong selection of question, whether it is RC or DLR or anything, okay, wrong selection हो सकता है, या कोई silly mistakes करते हो आप, silly mistakes, you need focus to improve it. And don't get demotivated by low scores, because as I said that the mocks are generally difficult, and since the paper last year was difficult, this time the mocks must have been even more difficult. So mocks should be, the purpose should be identifying your strengths and weaknesses and understanding that what strategy will work for you in the examination. And now the thing is, a lot of you uh, like must be preparing for other exams also. So how to balance with CAT? ठीक है, अब कुछ लोग नवंबर दिसंबर में एनमैट भी देंगे. So ideally if you are taking nmat, you should take before 15 November. ओके अगर आप कैट के साथ साथ दोनों की प्रिपरेशन सीरियसली कर रहे हो, सो यू शुड टेक बिफोर 15 नवंबर और आफ्टर कैट. ठीक है, after cat or maybe in December. Now, snap is fine and sorted. अच्छा, इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर एनमैट, व्हाट एक्स्ट्रा थिंग्स यू नीड टू प्रिपेयर फॉर? देखो, क्यूए तो आपकी ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर हो गई, अगर आपने कैट प्रिपेयर किया तो क्यूए प्रिपेयर हो गई. इंग्लिश यू नीड टू प्रिपेयर ऑन ग्रामर. QA was already prepared. In English, you need grammar plus a bit of vocab also because that is tested in NMAT. Okay, grammar plus synonyms, antonyms, analogies are tested. And you need to work on critical reasoning. Okay, that is a must thing to prepare for NMAT. So critical reasoning is something that you need to. Plus, there are certain things like input, output, and puzzles. Puzzles are still fine. Input, output is something that you need to work on. So these are critical reasoning is very important because it has at least half of the weight in the LR section. Now, if you're preparing for SNAP, you have sufficient time. तो देखो, अगर आप ओमेट्स की प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो तो क्वांट तो आपकी ऑटोमेटिकली प्रिपेयर हो जाएगी बिकॉज कैट क्वांट इज द एंटायर थिंग विच कवर्स एवरीथिंग. ठीक है, सो दीज थिंग्स यू कैन प्रिपेयर साइमल्टेनियसली इफ यू आर गुड. अगर आपका कैट का सिलेबस मेजरली हो गया है, गिव सम टाइम टू ग्रामर, क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग एटसेट्रा ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. स्नैप की आप प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो, देयर आर सम मिसलेनियस टॉपिक्स. ओके, दीज आर माइनर टॉपिक्स दैट कैन बी कवर्ड आफ्टर कैट ऑल्सो. बहुत छोटे छोटे टॉपिक होते हैं, क्लॉक, कैलेंडर. मतलब एक दिन में आप 4-5 टॉपिक कर सकते हो, ऐसे टॉपिक्स होते हैं, राइट? सो यू कैन डेडिकेटेडली प्रिपेयर आफ्टर कैट ऑल्सो. सो बाकी चीजें आप बेस जो मेन चीज है क्वांट आप कवर कर दो. इंग्लिश, इन दिस इंग्लिश यू विल हैव टू प्रिपेयर एंड इंग्लिश इज like I would say that it is more of grammar and vocab here also. So if you are targeting NMAT and SNAP, that means you need to prepare on these things simultaneously. ZAT is in January. So the good thing is that QA part must be done. In the biggest thing in ZAT is DM, verbal ability RC also, VA part, the RC part will be done along with CAT. You need to work on the VA part later. DM plus VA and plus GK also. GK is not that significant, but yes, you should prepare. That can be done in December also. Okay, तो ZAT की आप प्रिपरेशन बाद में कर सकते हो अगर आप ZAT दे रहे हो तो डेफिनेटली क्वांट यू शुड प्रिपेयर इन डेप्थ. ओके, सो यू हैव like quant you need to work upon because in all subjects this quant will be covered. Then some people will write MyCAT in December and January. Now this is altogether a difficult level of paper, but don't worry, like if your concepts are good, even if you score average in this examination, you sail through it. It's not it's a very difficult examination, uh, but like if your concepts are good, you would be able to do well on it. Not many people appear on this examination, तो इसकी preparation simultaneously हो सकती है. Similar to CAT, just that the level of difficulty will be high. CUT, these are some examinations that if you're targeting, then I mean you can prepare for them later also. And most of the people might not have started for these. Mainly first the NMAT, SNAP, and ZAT. These are the examinations that will fall. And this is how you need to prepare. Like if you are targeting these omits, focus on few things like grammar and vocab simultaneously because CAT does not ask these. And especially for NMAT, you need to work on the critical reasoning part also. So we have a test series for critical reasoning also. So you can check it out on our website. And one important thing is for the next 2 months, avoid content creators. Okay, what you see on social media is not the thing. Okay, so there will be like earlier they used to be content creators जो ऐसे जेनरिक ज्ञान वाली बातें बता रहे होते हैं. ठीक है, प्लेसमेंट के बारे में बता रहे होते हैं. ठीक है, इतना पैकेज मिलता है, इतना पैकेज मिलता है. That is all. Once you do MBA, you will realize that those are not the true pictures. Okay, actually it is CTC. CTC is a very inflated number, so it is not the reality. So if you start calculating this way, that is not going to help. Is it difficult to crack, be successful in these days, etc.? Random strategy anyone can tell. Okay, so follow only the people who are teaching you something. Okay, अगर कोई आपको क्वांट पढ़ा रहा है, इंग्लिश पढ़ा रहा है, DILR पढ़ा रहे हैं, follow those people instead of following these content creators. Now a new set of creators have come up. ठीक है, पहले थे life at IM. ठीक है, life at this XYZ college. ठीक है, that is not going to help you. ठीक है, उसको देख के कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला. They are enjoying their life. They must have worked hard when they were preparing. So not to worry about life at XYZ. Instead, try to focus on preparation. कि आप एग्जाम क्रैक कर दोगे, you will get and enjoy that life later. So you need to sacrifice things. And now some people are starting my preparation. I'm seeing a new set of influencers talking about my preparation. मेरी preparation कैसे चल रही है, ठीक है, जिम जा रहे हैं, मैं प्रोटीन शेक पी रहा हूँ, वे प्रोटीन ले रहा हूँ, all bullshit stuff, right? See, imagine those people are spending so much time to create that content, right? It's just that people watch it, but believe me that uh, like seriously, it is uh, of no use watching those people, right? Don't compare yourself with others. The ones who are silent, seriously studying, they will not show off anything. They will not tell anyone कि मैं ऐसे पढ़ रहा हूँ, मैं इतने घंटे पढ़ता हूँ दिन में, और मैं जिम जाता हूँ, मैं ये भी करता हूँ, ऑफिस जाता हूँ, इतने बड़े ऑफिस शुरू होता है, इतने बजे ऑफिस खत्म होता है. No one talks about all such bullshit things. Okay, so don't follow such things. So do not have any FOMO. Okay, the thing is, focus on your academics. Okay, learn the concepts, learn them in depth, practice regularly, take tests, understand things, and that's it. Like, follow, avoid these things, unsubscribe to all these things. Yeah, uninstall Instagram. क्योंकि अगर आप एक रील देखने लगते हो, then it wastes a lot of time. So avoid all those. In all, avoid social media. Yeah, that would be a social distancing in this. So if you avoid social media, go underground 2 महीने के लिए Instagram install कर दोगे, that will give you that extra time. लोग कहते हैं हमारे पास time नहीं होता पढ़ने के लिए, so that will give you that extra time. So we have a structured course for CAT and ZAT, a crash course. Okay, so as I said that in case you are looking for a structured preparation, you want to prepare like each and every topic in detail, because कई लोग इधर उधर से पढ़ रहे होते हैं, कोई टॉपिक समझ नहीं आ रहा था, कोई टॉपिक कवर नहीं हुआ. So we have all these topics covered in a structured manner, plus it will bring discipline to you. Most important thing for this crash course is discipline. डिसिप्लिन एंड कंसिस्टेंसी. वरना ठीक है, मटेरियल आजकल सबके पास होता है. आई नो कि पीपल they have access to each and everything over the internet, but what you need is discipline. So in case you wish to have this disciplined mindset, like every day you attend classes live with us, and we have classes on weekdays at 8:30 p.m. on weekdays and 11 a.m. on weekend. So every day we are running classes, so that you have this habit of sitting, and our classes are long. It is not that 1 hour classes. They will be two, sometimes even 2.5 hour classes, and that are pure academics, no gupshup, no random gyan. It is just we come to the class, teach, and go. No other discussions. Okay, so you can check out our classes. There are some trial classes which are available. You can check that out. And in addition to that, you get our access to these mocks and these courses as well. And in case you performed well on CAT last year or any other examination last year, we are offering discount also on this based on the CAT past scores. So these are the different things, like you can get up to 60% discount if your scores were of this range in different exams. Okay, so in case you wish to prepare with us in a structured manner, that is in a disciplined way, you can check it out and you can share your scorecards on this mail ID. And a lot of times it happens that people get influenced by some people, or due to some wrong advice, end up enrolling in some institute and realize कि यार पैसे बर्बाद हो गए. So if that is the case, okay, so we can also give you a concession on our crash course. Okay, so just like in case you enrolled in some institute and later realize कि हाँ तो पढ़ा नहीं रहे हैं, खाली बातें ज़्यादा होती हैं, ठीक है, और चीज़ें कवर नहीं हो रखी ढंग से, right? So in that case also you can enroll in our course. Okay, and you can share the proof of the enrollment on our mail ID, and we can consider giving you our course at a concession, so that if even if you did not have a good start till now, for the next 2 months you can prepare well with us and crack the examination. And if you're looking for mock tests, we have like mock tests for CAT and for other MBA tests also. We have a mock bundle, so we'll be providing mocks, and MAT mocks are live, SNAP mocks are live, some of them are live. These we will release soon, so you will get a bundle of all these mock tests. Okay, So the link is given in the description of this video for the enrollment. So this is it. Like 2 months are left for CAT. You need to be consistent with the preparation, and if you are consistent with preparation, okay, you can definitely ace the examination. And it's just about being disciplined in the next 2 months. Even if your preparation has not been great, it is fine. Just be consistent in the next 2 months, and focus on the controllable factors instead of working on the uncontrollable things. Definitely you will be able to do well on the examination. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will be soon coming up with some workshops on CAT preparation for different subjects. So stay tuned for more such videos on CAT prep. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Goodbye.